The sirens screamed for 3 minutes, a sound that tore through the world, ripping holes in the fabric of your reality. Then, silence. Absolute crushing silence. What happens if you keep going? Now every day is a fight for the last crumb of hope in a world bathed in dust and shadow. You wake on a thin mat, cold concrete pressing against your bones. The air smells of decay, damp earth, and something metallic like burnt steel. Your throat is dry, a familiar ache. Another sunrise paints the sky in toxic oranges and purples, filtering through the perpetual haze. You pack your worn satchel. Every step in this ruined city is a gamble. Every shadow could hide a threat. Every gust of wind carries fine, dangerous particles. Your breath rasps in your chest, even through the tattered cloth covering your mouth. Hunger is a constant gnawing companion. You find a half-collapsed grocery store, empty shelves, scattered debris. A monument to a forgotten abundance. A tiny forgotten tin of peaches miraculously intact. You clutch it like pure gold. A small victory in a world of losses. Later you sit alone, the faint hum of your Geiger counter a lullaby. The radiation is always there, a silent poison. Days blur into weeks, until one afternoon, amidst the rubble of an old library, something catches your eye. A tattered book half buried, its pages brittle. Inside, tucked away, is a faded hand-drawn map. It depicts a winding path through scorched lands, leading to a point marked Green Haven. A rumor, a myth, a desperate hope. Your heart pounds. Is it real? Is there a place where the dust doesn't choke, where the sky is blue again? The thought is a dangerous seed, blossoming into a burning desire. You will go. You have to. You spend the next days gathering every last scrap, every precious drop of water, every working battery. Leaving your familiar corner of ruin feels strange. The vast, silent plains stretch endlessly before you. The sky looms impossibly huge. The wind whistles, carrying phantom voices from the past. Every rustle makes you jump. You follow the cracked remains of an old highway. Skeletal cars lie overturned, silent monuments to sudden stops. Then you see it. A crude symbol, painted in dried blood on a roadside billboard. A gang marker. You are not alone out here. A dust devil swirls in the distance, growing larger, faster. You run, seeking cover in the nearest ruin. Night falls, swift and brutal. You huddle beneath a collapsed overpass, the cold seeping into your very bones. A low growl echoes from somewhere in the dark. Animal. Something worse. Your hand instinctively reaches for your makeshift weapon. By morning, the tracks are clear in the dust. Too many footprints. You move faster, heart pounding. A rusted sign warns of high radiation. Your Geiger counter screams a frantic warning. You navigate carefully, every step calculated. Ahead, a skeletal factory complex. Its broken windows stare like empty eyes. You need shelter, perhaps supplies. Inside, dripping water echoes. A faint smell of old oil and something else, something stale. You move through the shadows. Behind a toppled machine, a small crate. You pry it open. Canned food, a small fortune. Relief floods through you. Then a rustle. Not the wind. A shadow detaches itself from the wall. Lean, desperate, weapon raised. Their eyes, gaunt and hungry, fix on your discovery. A silent, primal challenge. A sudden lunge. Metal scrapes against metal. You fight dirty instinctively for the food, for your life. A desperate grapple. You break free, dropping some cans but clutching others tightly. A sharp pain in your arm. Why? Who run? The adrenaline fades. You patch your wound with scraps of cloth, the pain a reminder. Survival is never clean. Days later, you navigate a ravaged city block. Buildings lean precariously, threatening to collapse. A faint sound, a moan. You freeze. Every instinct screams danger, but something pulls you forward. Beneath a massive concrete slab, a hand, thin, pale, trembling, a person, trapped, eyes pleading for help. You have barely enough for yourself. Sharing means certain death for both. Leave them. It's the only logical choice, but those eyes. They remind you of a life before, of humanity. Slowly, you drop your pack. You start moving the rubble. Hours pass. Your muscles burn, your hands bleed. But piece by piece, the weight shifts. They are free. A silent nod. A shared gaze of exhaustion and gratitude. You offer them a sip of your precious water. Now there are two of you. A silent agreement to travel together. A fragile bond in a broken world. You learn their name, Alara. The journey becomes a little less lonely. Shared burdens, shared fears. You are stronger together. A faint crackle on an old radio Alara found. Garbled words about a perimeter defense and arrival protocols. Then, in the distance, a wall. Impossibly tall, formidable. Watchtowers pierce the hazy sky, the green haven. But it doesn't look green. It looks cold, metallic, and threatening. Heavily armed figures patrol the ramparts. You try to find an opening, a hidden entrance. You creep along the base, staying in the shadows. A tripwire. You see it too late. A loud clang echoes. Alarms begin to blare, piercing the silence. Lights sweep the area, shouts from above. Rifle shots crack the air, kicking up dust near your feet. Alara shoves you hard. Go, run. She turns, drawing their own crude weapon, engaging the guards. A diversion. You hesitate, turning back. But a second shot rings out. Alara falls. Your heart shatters. The pain of loss is immediate, crushing. But you remember their final words. You find a storm drain, scramble into it. The pipe is dark, cramped, full of rats and the smell of sewage. You push forward blindly. You emerge, gasping, into a dimly lit underground chamber. Not green at all. Concrete walls, flickering electric lights. A network of tunnels. Makeshift dwellings carved into the rock. Pale faces turn to stare at the new arrival. The air is stale, recycled, but clean. Food is rationed, work is mandatory. No dust, no radiation, but no freedom either. This is the Green Haven, a functional prison, a resource camp, a place where survival means unending servitude. You see the weary eyes of those who made it. They traded one struggle for another, a desperate bargain. The bitter taste of false hope fills your mouth. Was this all Alara died for? Was this worth the journey? The journey was for nothing, yet for everything. You survived. You made choices. You learned. Hope isn't a destination on a faded map. It's not a green place. It's the act of striving, the will to keep moving forward. The green you sought wasn't outside in a mythical sanctuary. It was within you, the stubborn refusal to give up. The world is broken, yes, but the human spirit, resilient and defiant, endures. Even here, in the cold, hard haven tomorrow, you will find a new reason to fight, a new purpose, even in this controlled existence. For Alara, for yourself, your life as a scavenger taught you this. Survival isn't just about breathing. It's about remembering how to live.